her research focuses on socio-cultural history, legal history, urban history, and also, and I think this is probably also most interesting for Queenie, the history of education. And today she will give us an introduction of the features of modern history databases, and then she'll focus on the goal and characteristics of various biographical databases, and one of which is the 近现代人物资讯整合系统, if I got that correctly, and this roughly translates to information integration system for people of the modern era, but you'll probably have a better sounding English translation for that, so we'll hear about that. And then also she will talk to us about a new database that she's working on agricultural professionals and on alumni records. So let us welcome Sun Huei-min, who joins us from Taiwan today. Thanks for your time, and enjoy Huei-min's presentation.
Thank you, and let me share my PowerPoint. Am my slides seeing?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Queenie for giving me this opportunity to introduce the biographical resources in the modern history database, or MHDB for short. MHDB is a portal site for various databases established by the Institute of Modern History, Academia Sinica. To access the MHDB, you can, of course, memorize the URL or just Google MHDB. In Taiwan, the modern history database is on the top of search result. I'm not sure whether it is the same or not in Germany. To access the MHDB, you can also assess it from the official site of the institute. This is the first page, the homepage of the modern history database. For a long time, sorry, this is a little some trouble. Yes. The Institute of Modern History start our digital project from 1997. For a very long time, the pioneer dedicated to make source material full text searchable. This is a big dream for our researchers. Until March 2023, we have accumulated over 93 million characters in our full text databases. On the other hand, the archive of the Institute, as well as Hushi Memorial, affiliated with the Institute, began to digitize their collection and made them free access online in the first decade of the 21st century. In 2016, the library of the Institute followed the trend and released its digital collections. As a great many digital images or of source materials were released, the youngest colleague at that time, it means my generation, began to add metadata for selected items. Until March 2023, the MHDB has released over 800,000 images with full text or metadata. And the number of records are over 5 million. The site of MHDB, launched in 2014, is not just a display rack of various databases. By building up the modern ANNAL TIS system, the integrated information system of modern and contemporary characters, the so-called 近现代人物资讯整合系统. That's what I want to focus today. And another, the MHGIS, Modern History Geographical Information Service, and the English-Chinese Dictionary database. The site make the database link with each other by people, by time, by space, and by ideas. The integrated information system on modern and contemporary character incorporated multiple independently developed projects on biographical information by various research units and for different purposes, which engendered heterogeneity in the system. Index of person in the modern historical documents full text database is at the beginning a byproduct of arranging and digitizing the diary of Tan Yankai. In order to help the readers of Tan's diaries to have a raw understanding of the people Tan mentioned frequently, the staff of digitization committee of the Institute of Modern History compile a brief introduction for each person. Most compilers did not check primary sources, so the quality of information depended highly on the quality of the biographical dictionary they consult. At the present stage, this part has 4,000 records. Who's Who in Shanghai Business digitized a member list of the Shanghai General Chamber of Commerce, published in 1918, as well as directories and Who's Who books in Chinese, published in the early 20th century. All books in this collection are full text searchable, and all the texts are typed and proofread by human. Beyond that, in the prose mode, the image of each page of the books and the biographical text on it will be shown side by side, which facilitate the users to check if the typo exists. Biographical data in China, 中国人物传记资料, includes both Chinese and English Who's Who books. Almost all the books in this collection are full text searchable. Some texts are not shown with the scanned image in the browse mode. And the English text were processed by OCR and are not waiting for proofreading. So you can see that all these data are not in the same in the same quality. Japanese Who's Who in China, 日文人民录, consists of 11 books published in 1916 to 1942. It is an image-only digital collection, but it still provides limited search function because the staff of our institute has manually extracted basic biographical information such as names, age, native place, and careers of 700 people, but not 700, 70,000 people from the book. Last but not least, the personal name authority database constructed by the archive of IMH 档案馆人物权威检索系统 collects the personal data of people who related to Chinese foreign affairs or the Chinese maritime custom. This part of data is most structured than the most structured data. Okay, sorry. The content of these database are mostly unstructured, just I mentioned before. But the staff of digitization committee of my institute have extracted some structured data set by human. That is why the user can make advanced search. Here, 进阶搜寻. When you enter 进阶搜寻 the page of 进阶搜寻, and then you will see this page. You can you can select a field you want and then enter the keywords and make your search. If we can search that if we search 学历 equal to German, and then we can find 159 records. However, if you want to know the number of people, you have to do a lot of further process. The biographical data collected in the IISMCC, the 近代人物整合系统, are highly selective. There are obviously geographical and occupational preference. Moreover, the amount of data of each person varied greatly. For example, someone in 上海市公界人物志, this one, got an introduction of over 400 characters, while another one in 上海工商名人录附录 was described in 7 characters only. Gender imbalance is another apparent weakness. In recent years, my colleague, Professor Lingling Lian, and her team built up a research platform for modern women biographies. It provides biographical data of 1,800 women of various nationalities. The data are compiled manually, but the compilers check not only the biographical dictionaries, but also primary sources and research works. So the quality of the quality of the information is pretty high. The most wonderful thing is all the data of text and the statistics are open access and can be free download by the user. Another new website, new resource is this one, 近代农业技术人才社会网络系统. This is also a very high quality data. The data, sorry, the data all the data are from the archive of our institute, and the source material is from the agriculture and the forest, the bureau of the ministry of agriculture and forest. And this website, it provide the education and their occupation data, and then you can do the social network analysis in just online, and then download the data, all the data, to do a further analysis. This is my brief introduction to the modern databases.